This is a quick tutorial on how to put your two photos together in Photoshop into a diptych for your split focus. First, open up Photoshop, click Open. You're going to first select one of the images, either your shallow depth of field, long depth of field, doesn't matter. So I'm going to choose the shallow depth of field first. Open that up. You're going to see one tab with your photo. Now, we need to place the other photo directly on top of it. So now we're going to go File, Place Embedded. Now I'm going to select the long depth of field. I'm going to place that. Hit Enter. So now that is selected. If you notice over here, you now have two layers. So layers are like stacks of paper. Whatever is on top is what is seen. If I turn off the visibility on the layer, you'll see what's below it. So our base layer is shallow depth of field. Top layer is long depth of field. Now we want to take half of this long depth of field image and make it invisible so that we can see what's below it, which is the shallow depth of field. To do this, I'm going to use this rectangle marquee tool. I'm going to go to about halfway through and I'm going to click and then start dragging. And you'll see, there we go. Now I'm going to unclick. This is what is selected. So everything inside of these little, we call them marching ants. I don't know why, but that's what they're called. And that shows that this is an active selection. Now I'm on my first layer. I'm going to go down and push this button. This is a layer mask. I click on it, and now you'll see this layer mask here is selected. What this is doing is like a mask on your face. It's only showing part of your face. Part of it is covered, part of it is showing through. The white part is what shows through. The black is what doesn't. So we say white reveals, black conceals. So this side right here that's shallow, it's actually showing what's on this background back here. I just turned the visibility off so you can see. This bottom layer is showing through on the left side because I added layer mask with the black. Black conceals. So white reveals. So on the right side, we have the long depth of field. On the left side, we have the shallow depth of field. Now, if you notice, this isn't quite lined up. They must have moved the camera just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Move tool. I'm going to select the first layer, and I'm just going to use my up and down arrows on my keyboard to very slowly match it. There. So I'm going to now hit Enter. Now, if you notice, that got it together really well. However, up on the top, it's very slight. But if you zoom in, so I'm pushing Command plus to zoom in, and I'm using my spacebar to get this little grab tool. If you notice right here, there's a discrepancy because we had to move one layer down to match. So we want to crop that little area out. I'm going to go to the crop tool, pull this down a little bit, and then when I'm ready, I hit Enter. Now it's cropped. So now we need to add text. That's the final part. You have a text tool down here. You can pull however big of an area you want. This side is a shallow depth of field. It was taken with a f5.6. Great. Now my text layer is there. Let's create a second text layer over here. F22. Now I'm going to move these. There we go. So I've got my F22 here, F6, 5.6 there. We're ready to export it. Going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save it twice. The first time I'm going to save it is as a PSD. PSD is a Photoshop file. It's editable. So if you did something incorrect and you need to change it, you don't have to redo the whole assignment. You just come in with your PSD. Your PSD will save all of your layers, and you can just edit as you need. This is also good for working documents. So you're going to put, for you, you're going to put your last name, first name, and then this is called split focus. And I'm going to make sure that I'm saving it where I want, what folder, and the format is Photoshop. So let's hit Save. Great. Now I'm going to save it a second time. It's going to make me wait a minute because it's still saving the first one. There we go. Now, same thing, except you're just changing the format. We're now changing it to JPEG. JPEG no longer has layers. It compresses everything. It's no longer editable, and it is best for posting on your blogs or websites. You're gonna hit save, great, okay, and that's it. Now when you go in, you're going to have all of your files here. So you can have shallow depth of field, long depth of field, and then we have our split focus JPEG right there. And you can post that one on your blog. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have any questions.